there, welcome to the ILT Stadium here in Invercargill. Belinda Colling, Jody Brown. We have just seen the final round robin match of the ANZ Premiership in 2019, and it was a comprehensive win for the Steel over the Stars, 63-46. And what is a dress rehearsal for next week's elimination final? Jody, what do you read into that match and that scoreline?
Yeah, well, look, I don't think you can read much, but the fact that they lost so comprehensively, as you said, will be, I guess, a question mark in their head leading into the elimination final next weekend.
Well, one player that stood out on court, Shannon Saunders. She came off the court quite grumpy, really, about her performance, but she is in some really stunning form, isn't she?
Well, she is, and she's been really solid for the Steel side throughout the whole season. We talked about it in commentary. She has good fitness, she's got a good engine, so we know that she can run out a game, but it's just been the little touches on attack that have been highlighted in these last few rounds for her, the way she feeds the shooters, her combination with Crampton and Selby Rickett, and her ability to win ball collectively down the defensive end as well.
Yeah, well, she only got 5 minutes off in a game where we saw lots of changes from both sides. I want to talk about the Stars defence because the Steel mentioned post-game that they really struggled with this, and at times it was good, but at times it just wasn't effective, was it?
Well, you're exactly right. I think they started the match slowly. It was 11-1 until halfway through that first quarter, and they were heavily penalised in that patch as well. But they managed to get the ball. They slowed the ball down from the Steel. They denied the Steel the opportunity to play long and wide, which the Steel like, and they picked up ball from that. The problem was that they weren't scoring off it down the other end, or they were losing it in between to get to the shooters.
Yeah, absolutely right. I think finding Maya Wilson's going to be key for the Star side as we head to the final series. Well, Gina Crampton, she's another one of these Steel players that has just had a stunning season. So strong on attack.
Yeah, well, I think she's a thermometer down that end. I think when she plays well, the rest of the team plays well around her. Her ability to, I guess, control that attacking end with her speed, but also then the slowing down. In particular, I really like her quick release into the circle. I think she's got that ability to know where her shooters are before even turning around, and then being able to let that ball go as well.
Yeah, some absolutely fine touches for the Steels. Take us through the stats.
Yeah, well, it's like more attempts than the Stars for the Steel. The goal percentage was similar right up until that last quarter, but it's the rebounding stats that are huge for the Steel. 18-3. Intercepts also favour the Steel, but it's the deflections that favour the Stars. They just weren't able to turn that into points or pick up ball. Turnovers are reasonably similar as well. So we look at the shooting stats. Well, Lenise Potgieter did a solid job under the hoop for the Steel until she was subbed by Jen O'Connell, who entered the game nicely. And Maya Wilson, well, she is the rock down there for the Stars. But Charlie Hodges, she came on for Ellen Halpenny early in the first quarter and made a good entrance into the game.
Well, we talked about dress rehearsal for next week. What do you think will be the key learnings for both these sides as they look ahead now in 7 days' time to the elimination final?
Yeah, well, I think the Steel will want to find their flow on attack. I think it got limited tonight from the Steel, from the Stars' defence, and from the Stars' point of view is capitalising of the ball that they do get.
Well, a thriller coming up in just 7 days' time here from ILT Stadium. But tonight, it was the home team. 17 in a row for them on this fortress of Stadium Southland. The Steel, 63 over the Stars, 46.
Offside goal.